Hello and welcome. We are the Story Speakers Guild, bringing you roleplay entertainment. And tonight we're here to bring you some Saturday by Night.
Woo!
Good evening,
Go ahead, Bob.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
So I Diablerize every player who isn't here, storyteller.
No, that's not allowed.
I mean, they can't stop me. But I'll give one to Jessica. Me and Jessica will Diablerize everyone who's not here.
Diablerie.
Indeed. But what we really need to do is achieve what the Giovanni really wanted. And Diablerize God, aka our storyteller.
Excuse you.
Oh my.
Indeed.
I know who's on my shit list now. Sorry guys, I'm texting Cappy.
C is for Cappy.
He just said what? Because I sent him his name with like a million Ys, and I think he missed the one before that asking if he was joining us. So I wanted to make sure that he remembered that it is Saturday and we have game, and he needs to come get put in his place for like the 15th time. So let's see. Last time we did a bunch of side scenes, and I think we basically did scenes extending through. So we did the Wednesday, oh my gosh, words, wrestling meet. We did a bunch of shit on Thursday of just kind of like side missions from you guys. I think we had even a couple side missions that extended into Friday. I think that might have been Elysium Day. And so we've been moving time pretty slowly because you do technically have somebody kidnapped right now. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't like jumping way far ahead as we kind of deal with that. So feel free to correct me if anybody thinks that I am messing up our timeline here. But I think we would be on that following Saturday now.
That sounds like it, because I believe the Friday night game was over.
Yeah, I believe it's Saturday.
Okay, cool. So, let's see. Where you guys kind of left off main story-wise, because it's been a little while. You guys were asked to investigate Santos, which is the, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the word, hound? Yes? For the prince? And basically the idea is like they have concerns about the loyalty perhaps of Santos, right? You know, typically you can kind of take side work as long as you're completing your obligations to the prince, you can take side work. And there's concerns that their side work might be dabbling in some stuff that the Camarilla wouldn't agree with. So you guys were asked to look into that. You tried to go to their house. And maybe just a reminder for you guys, it's they, them pronouns. Santos doesn't identify as like particularly male or female. So you tried to go to their house, you guys got attacked because Bob is, or I should say Victor is constantly in trouble. You guys kind of did some other investigating after that, which led to the whole Veronica getting captured thing. And then Joseph decided to do a little bit of his own investigation. And I think that's about where we left off with actual like main story stuff. Does anybody have anything they want to add that I might have missed?
Doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
Well, I got to talk to my Primogen again. Found out that while utterly charming, she's also extremely devious. But it was interesting.
Welcome
And
to
she's-
Elysium.
And she's warm for your form.
Damn it, boy, that was me.
I don't think she's warm.
Yeah, I don't know if warm is what you're typically going to use to describe a kid.
Cold and bold.
Okay. So it's that following Saturday. You guys have kind of all gone and done a lot of like little things on your own, and some of it not so little. It's been a little while since the group has really kind of all gotten together. And as you wake into this cold and very snowy Saturday night, your limbs feel stiff. The draft bites at your feet. Go ahead and do a rouse check to see if the beast is talking. So, Joseph and Victor, so far, as you wake up, the beast is snarling, nipping at your ankles. Get up. Go hunt. Do something magnificent. But the ladies wake up with it all. Oh, no, never mind. I misread Carlotta's. I thought that was a 7. So Jessica wakes up. Totally fine. You've got this under control, surprisingly, considering very
Time
little
is
else
on
is
my
under
side.
control. But Carlotta, as you wake up, the beast is coiling in your gut, and you can feel your hunger increase a little bit. You can feel
And
the
I'm hungry like a lion.
All right. So, you guys are awake, and the weather sucks, and you kind of had a lot going on, and you guys didn't make any official plans to get back together soon. So, as you guys wake up, does anybody have anything that they're planning to do?
I'm gonna go talk to Jessica, but first I need to take my medicine.
Okay. And to clarify, you're still living at Jessica's house at this point? Okay, he's nodding.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since he's stepping away for a second, how about Victor or Carlotta?
Well, I'm going to weigh in with my assistant and see if we've got something she can bring me to assuage my hunger.
A sewage your hunger, not assuage?
I'm going to assuage my hunger.
Okay, because a sewage is well,
That'd be for a Nosferatu, not so much a Toreador.
yeah.
Okay, so a couple things real quick, Mom. First of all, kind of looking at your character sheet so that I could answer this question for you. I see that you're only at 1 hunger. Did you increase your hunger from the hunger gain that you just got from your house?
No, I need to add it on.
Okay, so you're at 2 hunger right now. Okay, let me check one more thing. So no. I'm gonna say because like you don't really have a background where you so like I'm okay if you want to kind of start setting up like little events or whatever where you can draw people in and kind of have a feeding scene, but it isn't something where it's like you can just call your assistant and she's going to have one, like have somebody like immediately available for you. I'd also say that at 2 hunger, you're not like, oh my god, I have to eat or I'm like screwed, right? Like you're a little more hungry than you usually are. It kind of sucks, but like you're not in any danger.
Okay. I was hoping that maybe I had something in the fridge that I could mix with maybe a little bit of wine.
Like a blood bag? So you could have blood bags around. That's only going to give you half, though. So it's like you have to have like twice as much
Well,
to get.
my question is, where did she get the blood bags?
That is also a question.
Well, okay, sorry. I should say like generally, yes, you could have blood bags around, but you have not like set that up. So these are not things that you just readily have available in your home easily. It's not something that you can send her out and she runs to like fucking Target and picks up a blood bag. So could you imagine though?
Although that is pretty much what I did.
Are you telling me that I don't have connections with a blood bank?
You have not established any, no.
I apologize. That's a short sight on my part.
Mom, that's what all those nice little backgrounds are for, to have those things.
Yeah. So there's things like Herd, where you can have people who like chill at your house or your domain, whatever, all the time, and are just kind of like, oh yeah, you can feed on me whenever you want. That's cool. You could develop particular like contacts or allies who are in a position to get things for you. So like a blood bank contact could potentially hook you up with that, along with using some of your resources. I mean, there's lots of ways that you can spin it, and I'm like almost positive there's like one more kind of feeding related one that would be relevant here, but I can't remember right now. But you don't have those particular backgrounds. So like if you want to be able to set yourself up to feed, then either you would have to do something like, oh, like I'm gonna go to a party or a club or whatever and like do this stuff to lure somebody in, or you can start to develop a relationship that will at some point in time start to give you that access. Or we could do like a side scene to kind of do something like we did before, where you set up like an event where one of your fans, you know, thought that she won some special prize, but it was really that you just fucking like fed on her and hung out with her, right? But it's not something that it's just like, bam, okay, now it's readily available and I have it.
Unless you do Jessica's route of going to the pet store and buying a pet.
That's fair. If you want to go get like some rats or something, you're more than welcome.
A Toreador will not eat rats, Mom.
Be Shih Tzus.
I mean, good.
I guess I'm gonna hang out and try to be cool with this at this moment while I think of some options.
Like I said, it's not really a problem for you to be at 2 hunger. You don't have to stay at 1 hunger to be okay. 2 hunger is okay. It's just like, you're feeling the hunger, right? Like you're going to be a little more susceptible to the beast because you're a little more on edge. You're a little more prone to listen to that voice that's telling you to feed. I would say when you start to get to like 4 hunger is where you should really be like, oh shit, like I need to eat now.
Okay. Thank you. My only concern about it is I'm not sure where the night is going to take us.
But you're always going to be a little bit hungry. Like well, I guess you could escape that, but being a Camarilla vampire, you're probably not going to escape that very often. Unless you're like fucking Victor and just, ignore the rules. But that hasn't been working out so great for him either.
Screw the rules, he has money.
I guess so. Alright, well, so if they're just hanging out, go ahead, Joseph, and have a chat with Jessica.
So, what room would I find Jessica in?
Let me see. Yeah.
Did you mean to roll a D333?
Yeah, because it's not quite as big a mansion as Devil would have. It's about half the size, so it's not 666. She would be in the gaming room, basically.
All right.
Tell us about the gaming room real quick. Just like a high level idea of what it looks like.
All right. Well, there's you've got your game system and TV. Kind of a big, huge, over the top. It's the entire, it's ceiling to floor, up against the wall sort of TV, with a nice curved couch. And then behind that is your table with all sorts of games. It currently seems to have 5 different games on it, all mixed up. It has Clue, Dungeons and Dragons, Monopoly, and poker. Fifth one probably Escape from House on Hill or something. But they're all mixed up, so every piece is like on each different board. And it's obviously a very intricate game that no one knows the rules to.
Well, except you.
Well, yeah, of course.
And it's just so obvious.
Jessica, are you playing games?
Yes, indeed, Colonel Mustard did it in the Hidden Reliquary.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but the rest don't know, so shh.
Understood. So, I need to ask you a favor, I'm afraid.
You're afraid to ask me the favor, or...
I'm afraid to impose this upon you.
Oh, well, I'm happy to trade favors.
I know you are.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
I have a friend who's been working on a very special garden for me.
Ooh,
That-
special gardens.
That being said, where I've put this friend up, James Garrett knows where it is because he helped me get the property. I would like to move this friend because I do not trust James Garrett.
Makes sense. So you're wanting to move him here, or maybe into a different location of mine or something?
Yes, I would like to move them to a different location.
Well, let me
One
just.
that could be set up with grow lights, because they are working on a very special garden for me.
Well, I think that my businesses might have a place I could set things up, maybe.
What would you want for this?
Well, at the moment, I don't have anything particular in plan, so just a, you know, favor, not a major favor, but
Understood. I
not
will
a
owe
light.
you. I will
Yeah.
owe you a minor boon to be determined.
No laws of surprise. Well, I guess none of you are having babies, so maybe the law of surprise is not a big deal. And also,
Love surprise. Oops, I fathered a child while I was drunk.
also, hi Torin, welcome.
Hi, Tor.
Hello.
Oh,
Are things calmer now?
yeah.
Toss a coin to your cavian, oh valley of plenty. Wait, what?
Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Okay. So Torin, real quick, so that we could get you caught up. You haven't really missed a whole lot. We recently, let's see, I think you missed a game or two. But we recently went to the wrestling match on Wednesday that you guys have been planning to go to,
Yep.
and a bunch. Oh, he was there for that. Okay, cool. And then a bunch of people did a bunch of side shit that like I don't think you need to worry about anything except what I'm hoping Joseph is going to bring back to everybody anyways, so you should find out about that anyways, so I'll leave that as a surprise. So it is now the Saturday after that Wednesday wrestling meet.
I mean, he
Okay.
might be affected by my ghouling scene.
Yeah,
But-
but that's more of a mental scarring.
Yeah, and that could also be something that'd be interesting to play out more so. So like that's like he could be affected by it, but that's something I'd want him to find out about in game, not something that like I think he needs to know happen in order to understand what's happening right
Oh,
now.
he knows it happened. He just
What did you do?
further happened. You hung up the phone. Well, you crashed the phone.
Oh yeah.
What do you think I did? You were upset about it already.
I don't know what you did, which is scary.
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, so it's cold, it's snowy, it's Saturday. Go ahead and do a rouse check so we can catch, because that's like literally it, and you're caught up.
Are we talking about you gooing the one girl?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was here for that too.
Well, there was further about
Yeah,
that,
there's
but yeah.
For some reason, I thought you missed more, Torin.
He missed the meeting with the prince.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think that was all he missed.
Which means he missed Elysium. Oh no!
It's true, he did. And it was an interesting Elysium. You missed Cappy getting yelled at.
That happens every night.
Yeah, but this was no, he did not respond, Ryan. This was an well, not an elder vampire, but a more
Primogen.
powerful vampire than him, a primogen yelling.
Ooh.
But as you wake up, you can feel the beast snaking through your insides, and you're hungry, even more hungry than the night before.
Yeah, I've given up part of my humanity because I like to not be hungry, and it's becoming a habit.
It's the cost of this power. You're eternally hungry.
So yeah, that brings me up to 2 dots. So I am going to resist it. I am not trusting myself to feed without killing something, and I've got issues right now. So yeah.
All right. So,
Do it. Do it.
No.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I'd call Joe and explain what's going to be happening, Laura. I don't know if we necessarily, unless you want to do that call. I just figured I'd let you know that's what I do.
that's fine. I love Joe a little bit.
And we'll have more Joe. We're gonna move Joe closer.
I know. So yeah, you can go ahead and complete that call. In fact, we'll say that Joe doesn't pick up and it goes to voicemail. But you're able to leave a message about what's happening.
Okay, start packing up. Going to move everything.
And that's it.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
But wait a minute, I thought you were Joe.
He is Joseph, but he also has a contact friend, I'm not sure exactly, named Joe.
Oh, okay.
They're working on some side projects together. You guys don't know it, but Joseph is actually a very active kindred.
So yeah, after making that call, I suppose I would see if Joe...
Oh wait, how'd you make the call? Did you go get a phone?
I mean, probably.
What resources do you have? You can.
I have a resources of 2. I can afford.
But I
thought-
was yeah, I had made hey, let's go get you a new phone the night it broke.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, then that's fine. Couldn't remember if we actually resolved that you got a phone.
But yeah, so made the call. Turned to Jessica. I suppose we should go talk with them about my meeting.
Probably a good idea. What meeting?
I met with my other lead on Santos.
Oh, well, yeah, that would be a good, thing to talk to them about. Although you don't actually need them here to talk to them. I talk to them all the time. They sit on my couch when I want them to.
I think Victor likes it when we come over, though. I think he's lonely.
Oh, makes sense.
I mean, think about it. He lives there with Jameson.
That's true. Hey, we could make Jameson forget again.
I know, Jameson's always forgetting things.
Yeah.
Wandering into rooms and vacantly staring.
Oh, Devil, if you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch. Actually, like any of you need to watch What We Do in the Shadows, the new FX series. It's hilarious.
I'll have to take a look.
Also, I want you guys to all do like hilarious vampire shit like that in this game because it would entertain me greatly.
I don't entertain you enough.
You do.
Oh, you do. You do.
Can
Although
you
there was some stuff in that I was like, oh my god, I could totally fucking see Devil doing that.
Well, I'm starting the first episode right now. So.
You have to pay attention to game though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? Sorry if that was my bad.
We're
The
going to
distraction.
Victor's. But Jessica's leading, so we'll get there when we get there.
So Jessica, as you guys, and well, actually, quick before I go there, are you alerting anybody else, or are you two just heading there and then pulling people in as you, like once you arrive?
I mean, I just head over. Time takes care of itself.
And Joseph,
I follow her along.
so you're not contacting anybody else?
Should I be? I mean,
I'm just asking. You can do whatever you like.
normally I just show up to Bob's and he calls everyone else.
All right, that's fine. Oh God. Devil, we have to do a scene soon because you did not get Bob the Knob. And I think this is the day that it was going to arrive.
Do we see the knob on the doorstep when we're heading out?
Yeah, so actually, like, as you guys are about to head out, one of Bob's or Victor's staff actually shows up with a box that has a doorknob in it. And they, like, as you're walking out, that happens to be the moment that this person is walking up.
Oh,
And so they
lovely.
see you and they're like, Miss Time, I have a package here for you from Mr. Victor, what's your last name? Bridgeford?
God, what is my name? Bridgeford.
Okay, I was right. Cool. So, yeah, they walk up. I have a package here for you from Mr. Bridgeford.
Ooh, I love packages. Was the place hard to find?
Not at all.
I don't even know where he got my address.
Yeah, well, would you like to take the package?
Yes, I'll take the package and open it up and go, bah!
And as she takes the package and he leaves, I look him in the eyes and say, I'm going to need you to forget about the last 10 minutes.
So as you do that, let's see, so about 10 minutes would probably be about the time that he walked out of Victor's house, like maybe even a little bit before, because like you guys are literally just a few houses apart.
Actually, next door.
I think we said it was 2 doors down.
Yeah, it's the horse house that is in between us.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
And while I'm doing this, I'm going to walk him into the horse house's yard, Laura.
Okay, so you kind of guide him over there and then make him forget.
Yep.
Oh, is this Jameson?
No, I'm gonna say this is like one of your more minor staff. I don't know if you have like a favorite one that you would want to send for something like.
Yeah, you need Jameson to watch that door and stare vacantly in your kitchen.
Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't even be to send. Who would you like to send? I'm sorry. Who would you like to send to bring the package to her?
I'm just saying, if you send Jameson, we're gonna fuck with him.
No, we'll say it Jameson's assistant I sent over.
Your assistant has an assistant? What the fuck, man? What are you trying to prove?
My car has a driver.
Devil's got a point there. His car has a driver.
Okay, so yeah, it's not Jameson, it's Jameson's assistant.
Berkeley.
Sure, Berkeley. Write that down, Bob, because I'm not fucking tracking all of your goddamn stabs. Because you guys all apparently are fucking rich.
I'm not rich. I have 2 resources.
Yeah, except you're like a freaking psychologist and have all these fucking connections and shit too. So you've got like a whole freaking crowd I've got to follow. You all have fucking crap
I'm
that got to
sorry.
keep track.
I'm sorry, I made my character rich back before this was an actual more than just, like 3 people game.
I mean, Laura, I have a stalker too, so
Oh.
Ooh,
I need to like go over your guys' like backgrounds and shit and see what new stuff I need to start pulling in now that we're deeper into the story.
the weather lady.
Weather lady?
The weather lady.
We'll have to talk about that. We also still need to talk about Cappy's kill strike thing.
Yep.
Kill. I need to just like sit down with all of you for like 2 hours and just plan out some shit. We're like developing really cool side stories for all of you.
so. Either way, leave them mindless in the horse yard.
Better yet, put them on a horse and leave them mindless.
I mean,
Or close.
I guess we could bring them into the horse house and give them to Veronica.
Maybe. That would be being nice.
It would be being nice, and I'm not good cop in that relationship. I'll make.
Yeah, no,
Mom
I think
do
just
it.
I think just put them on a horse in the house. Right, riding the horse bareback. Then make them forget.
Oh my god. Are we really doing this?
No, we're not really doing this. We're
Well,
leaving.
why not?
We're leaving because it would require me to get into the horse house, Devil.
I mean, you have Jessica with you.
Yeah, but she's busy looking at Bob the Knob.
You can get into the top part of the horse house where the horses are. You just can't get into the basement.
That's true.
That's
There's
true.
only the special door going into the basement.
Fine, I will lead him into the horse house and around the horses, and then I'll make him forget.
I think you're gonna have to persuade him to do this much. So, go ahead and roll me.
Activate Prompt.
Fuck you. Fine.
What did you
Scared
say
and
his
he-
name was?
Berkeley. Unless you'd like to name him.
No, that's fine.
Come, Berkeley. I need you to check out one more thing. Your master's... your master's master will be pleased.
Oh man. That's a low totem pole. Or a low spot on the totem. Okay, he's probably too scared of you at this point to really like fight back, especially because like you're not asking him to do anything too scary.
I'm leading him to horses.
It's my worst nightmare. How did you know? So he kind of shrinks down and like cowers a little bit as your presence becomes kind of overwhelming, and you know you look like bigger and stronger, and angrier, and he's just like, oh, yeah, I can help out with whatever you need.
Alright. So I lead him into the horse house. And then I have him get on one of their backs. I need you to test how riding this horse bareback feels.
He gives you a very strange look, like raises an eyebrow, and but but you still have this very overwhelming presence, and so you see him start to tremble a little bit, but then he does end up getting on the horse. Although that feels like it'd be well, whatever, it's fine.
And then I wipe the last 10 minutes and leave.
Might go 15 for that one.
Fine,
Yeah.
15. The full stretch.
You're an awful, terrible person.
Oh my god. So you wipe his memory. I'm guessing you kind of step away quickly.
I do.
Yeah. And so he like kind of looks around. He's just like, what the fuck? This isn't. What? How did I get here? What did. Why does it smell like manure? Why am I on a horse? What the fuck? And he, gets down off the horse, kind of wanders through the house, because this is, I imagine, his first time ever being in this goddamn house that he remembers. And eventually finds his way out. It's not like that hard for him to find his way out and get back to Victor's house, but now he's rather puzzled about what happened to the box. So he's kind of looking around trying to find the box.
Makes sense. So I want to know about Jessica and Bob the Knob.
Yeah, so you open the box, right? And you're looking. And so I think Victor did take care to try to find a knob that looks like Bob the Knob. I think that was part of the instructions. But as you look at it, you knew Bob very well. You knew exactly what his face looked like, and this isn't quite Bob's face. It looks very similar. Do you greet the knob?
Hello there.
Sorry. I'm trying to pick a name for him. I'm so bad at picking names. I should have thought about this. Fine.
Okay, wait a minute. The knob doesn't actually talk. It's only in Jessica's head.
Yeah.
How would she know the difference?
Because they aren't just crazy, they also have somewhat powers of premonition, so they can figure out weird shit like that.
This is exactly why they do weird shit, is because they can figure it out.
So that's the whole problem really with Malkavians, or not necessarily the problem, but why a lot of kindred are very frustrated with them is because they are absolutely batshit insane, right? You don't know how it presents exactly. All of them are kind of different, but they all have shit going on. But they also have a special insight into things that other kindred don't, and they can actually get secret information. Just kind of as a vision. They can kind of connect with other Malkavians to pass information around very secretly. And the problem is though, if a Malkavian sits there telling you oh well I saw this and this and this and this, there's maybe 50-50 chance that it's a bunch of bullshit. It's literally just a hot dog vendor that isn't actually there, and they're just talking to and think that it's there. Or it could be a legitimate vision that tells them something, kind of like Jessica's relationship with Bob the Knob, where it ended up telling her something about your staff. And that was an actual thing. So even though she's having this hallucination that she's talking to a doorknob, which very clearly does not actually have a personality or a voice or anything like that, the information that she's getting from it is legitimate.
Okay, would Victor understand that?
No, probably not. Especially because, particularly, I feel like Venture and Toreador are very snobbish. And not that I feel like that, they are very snobbish. So they, in particular, can be they can be particularly. Are you having fun feeding me fucking words here? I have my own. Thank you. They can be particularly dismissive of Malkavians because it's a bunch of nonsense and they don't have taste or whatever, various complaints like that.
Okay.
So it's actually totally legitimately like in character that you would just be like, oh fuck it, just send her, like this other knob. Like it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was trying to get with that.
Yep, that's why I didn't like interrupt you when you did it. I knew it'd be kind of a fun scene here. It was, in character for you to act that way. So I would have warned you if it was like, oh no, like this would be kind of like a faux pas.
Okay.
Some of you guys are still a little bit newer to some of this stuff, so I generally try to warn you if, I kind of trust Devil and Joseph to know for the most part if, they're doing something stupid, but for some of you others, you're a little bit newer to it, so I do try to warn you if it's, or if it's Cappy.
I generally know when I'm doing something stupid. I'm like, yeah, this is so stupid.
Yeah, but it's usually in character. I mean, Joseph kind of has the same, or Ryan as Joseph kind of has the same thing, right? Where, like, he's sometimes doing something, I'm like, yeah, okay, you realize you're, like, insulting the prince right now, and it's like, well, yeah, but, he would, so it's fine.
So yes, I greet this new knob.
Hey, I'm Don.
Don the knob?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not really sure what's going on.
Well, it was supposed to be sent Bob the knob. I think there's been some miscommunication or misdirection or misunderstanding. One of those miswords. You married?
Did you ask if he was married?
Yep.
Nope. So far, haven't been installed in a door, to where I could find a partner. I did see Bob though as we were on the way out. Not exactly sure what's going on. We definitely seem to be related, but they didn't install us anywhere near each other.
Well, you were going to be my new friend on that door, and Bob was going to come be on my doors. I think they mistook you. You look a lot alike to them.
But we don't look anything alike. Are you kidding me?
No, what? They don't understand the world the way it should be.
The moment I get there, I get my notepad out and I start taking notes.
I never thought I'd be spending so much time voicing doorknobs.
Welcome to Malcadians.
Well, I guess that means I'm going back to the store.
Oh, no. You're fairly bought and sent over. I'm just going to, ask for Bob the Knob because I was promised Bob the Knob. You could be installed next to him, or they could install you on their door still.
Yeah, I don't know if I wanna go back there. I only got a quick moment with Bob, but he is not happy.
No, they don't treat him well over there. It's sad.
It's a rough household.
Yeah, they lost their driver recently, and they actually used him.
They don't even polish him.
The driver? No, I would imagine not.
Wow.
Okay. No, I mean,
Have I broken things?
just a little bit. It's fine. Okay. No, I mean Bob. They've never even polished him, he was telling me.
They haven't polished him?
No.
I feel so... I'm gonna go have a word with Victor.
Okay, but please don't leave me in the sun. I get a little warm.
So you want to be
Oh
with
wait,
me,
it's
period.
nighttime. God damn it. Don't leave
But-
me out in the moonlight. I don't like it.
You don't like being in the moonlight? But you're a front doorknob.
I know, but I didn't ask.
Okay, I've got a good place for you. Gonna go set him in the basement door, right next to the basement door, and then head back out.
Bye.
Bye. Just gonna head over to Bob the Knob.
Okay, but first, so as you head out into the night and you're getting ready to go to Victor's, Joseph had said he was going to let you lead the way, and we haven't established it yet. What are you following tonight?
I'm following a line of sparklers, and I will make the frenzy check if needed.
Oh God. So is it like so like sparklers are like on the stick, right? So is it
Yeah,
like the sticks
it's
are like stuck in the ground
well,
and you're
no,
like following them, or are they like
it's
float?
more it's more like the sparklers don't even have the stick, and they're just on the ground making a
Oh,
trail.
okay. Okay.
But
So it's
sparkler,
literally
it's
just like this.
it's the sparkling bit.
Um, I'm afraid you will have to roll. Just like I know they're not real, so I will make it easier, but you don't know that they're not. And Ryan, you don't need to roll it because you don't see any of it. Oh, good job! You kept control. So, as you walk outside, you're a little bit teary, maybe. You're upset about Bob. You want to talk to Victor, and so you take a step down, off of your like front porch or stoop, whatever you have, and the sparkly bit of sparklers starts popping up in front of you, leading dead ahead, um, and you initially startle back from the bright light, right? I mean, it's been so long since you've seen something so bright, something that seems to be burning. I mean, this is kind of a scary thing. So you kind of jump back. But after a little bit, you look at Joseph or something. You get control of yourself.
I'll look over to Joseph and go, "Oh, you're not afraid? Wow, you got good. Yeah. Okay.
What do you
Well-
see, Jessica, that I should be afraid?
You don't see the fire?
I start writing in my notebook.
So yeah, the fire's leading the way. So yeah, let's light a fire under our ass, I guess. Just
We'll make sure to be careful, Jessica.
yeah, gotta go save Bob the Knob.
Exactly.
And she'll cry while skipping along the road. Not actual tears crying, but sobbing.
So it leads directly ahead, which ends up like literally taking you over a fence. It's like you walk through some yards for a little bit, and it eventually leads you like over, a couple more fences, right? Because you're like walking through these yards, but then like one final fence at the end of the block. And like you hang a right and you like walk down for a little bit and you kind of just keep going around like that. Like most of the time it keeps you on like actual like sidewalks or roads, but like every once in a while you're like cutting across a lawn or climbing over a fence or whatever. Or if you want to find other ways around, you could do that too. It's not the longest walk today though. After about 20 minutes, you guys come walking up the front path up to Victor's house, and Bob the Knob is there. Wait.
I will approach Bob the Knob and go, Bob, they didn't send you.
It's awful. They sent another knob. They went and purchased him and sent him, and I'm still.
What was the other knob's name again?
Don.
Don. I wanted to say Dob the Knob.
That was the original name that I recommended.
Yeah,
I
they
wanted the
sent
actual name though.
they
Okay.
sent a knob named Don.
I know. I spoke with him as he was leaving. I wished him luck, and I told him how nice you.
Yeah, he wants to be in the basement though. I still need a front doorknob.
Yeah, he's a little bit different, but you know it happens. I know, but I'll be your front doorknob. But you gotta convince them to send.
I'll have to talk to them. I heard you never get polished.
It's true.
I'm gonna take my sleeve and try to polish him a little.
He smiles at you and like you think that the doorknob like wiggles against your hands, but like Joseph, you don't see anything actually happening except Jessica like holding it enough to wiggle the doorknob, but like not it actually moving it.
Yeah, taking notes on all of it.
So
You're
yeah, I
the
gotta.
kindest person.
I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not a person.
I feel like you're a person. Person doesn't necessarily mean like human.
What do I mean, baby?
We're monsters, we're not persons.
But
Some people respond to they that. Some people don't even respond to person. Anyway, yes, I will polish Bob a bit and then head in looking for Victor.
So as you step in, are you guys trying to be particularly quiet?
Sure, I dropped Silence of Death.
Alright, so yeah, you guys go in, nobody's noticing or anything.
So now, not only are you fucking with my staff, now you're doing B&Es on my house?
It's not the first time!
This is literally not even close to the first time they've broken into your house. They are almost never let into your house.
We do break it a lot.
Staff is like fucking constantly repairing Bob because like you guys are fucking breaking in all the time.
I need new friends.
We hide in his closet sometimes, and when he's going to bed, we just go boom.
Alright, so you guys are inside. Hush! You guys are inside his house. What are you doing?
Well, we go to the waiting room, of course.
Where else do we go?
Are you just keeping silence on?
I mean, until we get to the room, of course.
Okay, but like you're dropping it once you get in the room. And Bob, or Victor, like, what did you decide to do when you got up? Like, where would you be found in the house?
Generally his routine is he gets up, washes up, whatever, gets the financial papers, and then goes to his study and reads and waits on the phone to ring. And the studies, his private study is not where everybody meets.
Okay, I assume not, because that's the waiting room. Is it on the same floor, or would like your study be upstairs and the waiting room downstairs? You have any kind of idea of what that layout looks
Yeah, and the study would be downstairs, be the same floor as the waiting room.
like? Okay, so you're not terribly far, but you're not like in the same. You're not like right next.
No.
Okay, so you guys go to the waiting room and it's empty. You drop your silence and
I call Carlotta. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Carlotta, come meet me at Victor's. I have information to share.
Okay, I should be there in 20 minutes or better.
Just like the pizza commercials.
So I contact Kiera so that she can drive me over to Victor.
she's readily available as usual and has the car ready and waiting for you to complete your nightly routine before going out, whatever that looks like.
All right. And actually, because of the time of evening, I'm ready anyway.
Okay, so you got up, kind of got ready immediately.
Yes.
Okay. So you start on your way to Victor's then. But obviously it'll be a little bit before you get there. So what else are you guys doing while you wait the 20-ish minutes for her to arrive?
I call Torrance Cole.
What was his name?
The ghoul?
Yeah.
Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
Yeah, I call Robbie.
I don't remember if I gave him a voice. I feel like I've made a lot of male NPCs lately. Whatever. Okay. So you call. He picks up after a few rings. Hello?
Hey, Robbie. I need you to pick up Father Torin for me and bring him to Victor's.
You got it. I just gotta finish this current fair, but I'm just about done, so we'll be there probably 20, 25.
Gotcha.
He hangs up.
Well,
Jessica's gonna look around the room and go, he needs more art on his walls.
you could go recommend it to him. I'm sure he's somewhere.
Probably. Or I could just hang up some art.
You could.
Or even make some.
No, she can't. She doesn't know how to write.
I don't know how to write. Doesn't mean I don't know how to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you believe art is letters.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't make up my own letters.
I mean, she probably thinks art is art too.
This is true.
On Beyond Zebra.
So I guess after about 20 minutes of silence
Yep.
and small talk, Carlotta.
Art making.
Okay, so you guys are kind of drawing or something, I'm guessing?
Well, I'm taking notes on her drawing. Making a few things about art therapy in there.
You're like fucking directing her. Tell me about your childhood. Draw it on the wall for me. Make me a mural.
The question is, am I using a real pen or a fake pen? Because I might have invented this pen.
Well, that's really up to you. There are definitely some pens in the room that you could grab. But, I mean, if you want to just fuck around and, use your imaginary paints or whatever, I mean, that's an option as well. Or both.
Well, let's see. Highs or lows?
Are you asking me to roll it or to
No,
call it?
I'm asking you to call it.
Highs.
Highs. So yeah, I guess I'm writing on the walls with a real pen.
Okay, there you go.
Well, so draw me your house, the sun, and a tree.
Okay.
You need the M-shaped birds too.
This is like at Victor's mansion, correct?
Yeah, this is in the waiting room that you all typically gather in. But they haven't been loud enough to draw Victor's attention, so this is just happening right now.
Damn.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure my drawing would be as childlike as, someone who wouldn't be literate.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like some stick figures and shit like that.
Yep, and I'm taking notes based on like the size of the tree, the position of the sun, the size of the house.
I don't give you a sun, I give you a moon.
Yeah, I'm taking notes about that.
So, after you guys are drawing for a little bit, there's, quite a bit up on the one wall. We'll say, because I think you threw some stuff into a wall recently when you guys had that little bit of like a rough and tumble in this room. So this is probably that wall because it was recently being worked on, so like things were cleared away. So like it was freshly like patched and painted over and everything, and you've now drawn all over it.
Okay.
Right about that time is when Carlotta pulls up and comes up to the door. And I'm guessing like
a clean palette. Knock, knock, knock.
so
Really?
Jameson. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just now ringing the doorbell because I realized I had not been knocking that loud.
Okay. So as you start ringing the door.
Wait, I can talk to doorbells too.
Oh god. I am not naming all of the knobs and all of the doorbells in this game.
The doorbell's name is Ding Dong.
Ding Dong was his father, thank you. It's just Ding.
There's Dingus, Dongle. Wait, what?
So, as you're about to ring the doorbell, Jameson comes and opens the door. Ah, Carlotta. Always good to see a friendly face.
Thank you, Jameson. I think I'm expected.
I was not aware, but perhaps Master was just didn't feel the need to warn me. Let me see you to the sitting room, and then I'll let Victor know.
Okay, thank you. Carlotta just laughs and shakes her head because, well, a lot of this to her is amusing, and she's already thinking of a song she can write.
Out of
Yeah.
curiosity, do we hear people coming? And do we want to turn invisible?
So you definitely hear the doorbell go off. And Victor, you have also heard the doorbell. Up to you guys how you react to that doorbell sounding. You are pretty sure that it's probably Carlotta or Torin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go invisible. I'm going to stay just seated there, taking notes.
I'm going to go invisible so that it looks like it's just him in the room with the painting.
I'm going to just sit in the study and continue reading because I have no idea anybody's in my house, and I'm assuming Jameson will answer the door. If it's someone I need to know about, he'll come and get me.
Exactly. No reason for you to be bothered yet. But Jameson brings you to the waiting room, Carlotta, and as he opens the door, he sees Joseph sitting there, and his eyes get a little bit bigger, and then he sees the wall, and you just...
I sit. I've got no reason to get up.
Oh, what have you done?
Well, I would say that I've gotten pretty accurate notes on the most unique case of schizophrenia that I have ever dealt with.
Miss Carlotta, I am very sorry, but I must speak to Victor at once. And he walks off very quickly.
I come in and I look at the wall and I look at Joseph, and then I go, "Is he here?"
I don't know who he is. I
Oh,
assume
that's-
Victor's here.
Okay, and is she here?
Oh yeah, she's fluttering around in here somewhere, I'm sure.
I'm gonna appear and sit in a chair.
Jessica, it's great to see. It's great to see you. I'm sure Victor's going to appreciate the mural that you've constructed for.
I know! This place needed more art.
Well, there is that.
So about this time, Jameson steps into the room with you, Victor. He's kind of breathless. Sir, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there for it, but they got in and they drew on the wall that was just prepared. Carlotta's also here.
Oh, okay, Jameson. Take a breath, son. Who is here and drew on what wall?
Oh, who do you think? I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear
Joseph was sitting there in front of some sort of picture drawn on the wall, like a child's picture. And I also have Carlotta in the room.
Which can only mean Mistress Jessica's here, too.
I cannot confirm it.
The picture speaks for itself. I'll be down. Let's go down together. Or go across, I should say.
So he basically just lets you take the lead. I mean, you know where you're going. But he is still flustered and maybe a little bit afraid of being in trouble. Oh, and right about this time is when Father Torin pulls up with Rob.
Did you say I arrive?
Yes, sir.
No, I do the polite thing and I ring the doorbell and wait to be let in.
So you are like just about at the waiting room when the doorbell rings. Jameson looks for your direction.
Go ahead and take care of the door, Jameson. I'll take care of this.
And he just nods and go ahead.
At the sound of the second doorbell, I will go invisible again.
Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so Jameson scurries off to answer the door. And so maybe a minute after you ring the doorbell, Jameson opens it for you. And Torin, as you look at him, he seems a little bit flustered, like something might be going on. But he somewhat composes himself and he looks at you. Oh, Father Torin. Wow, a lot of guests tonight. Would you like to come in? I'm sorry.
But thank you very much. You look flustered. Been busy.
Well, you know, you'll see soon enough. Joseph is. Would you like me to bring you to, yes, Torin. Jameson knows, well, yes, Jameson knows that you are vampires, but you
Well,
are probably not totally sure just how much he knows.
yeah, I would say, Jameson, I know where the guest room is at. I will take myself there. You just relax. We wouldn't want you accelerating your heartbeat anymore. Take a breather.
Okay, well,
And
just
I have a
let me know.
hungry look at him.
He doesn't really notice.
Yep.
He's rubbing his temples and kind of stalks off to the kitchen, unless like Victor calls out for him at some point or like texts him or something. And you make your way to the sitting room, and I'm gonna snap back to Victor walking into the room, probably about the time that Father Torin is stepping in the door. So we'll snap back to Victor going in, and then a couple minutes after he enters, we'll have Torin enter the scene as well. So just give it a little bit before you actually jump in, Torin.
Hello, Joseph. Good evening.
I'm glad
Good
you made
evening,
the time meeting, Victor.
Well, one generally likes to be informed of the meeting when it's in his own home.
But then it's
They
more
likes
like... Go ahead.
one likes to be informed ahead of time when he's going to be having guests. And good evening, Miss Carlotta. And I'm assuming you're here as well, Miss Jessica. You would like to make yourself known.
And also, meetings like this are like surprise parties. I know you get lonely in here.
You know nothing of the sort, sir.
I know much about it, though. That pain you hold inside. You know, I am a therapist. I gave him one of my cards.
And I imagine you create your own clients with your actions.
Oh, there's no need for that.
Well, look what you were doing to my poor Jameson. Had the poor man thinking he was positively losing his mind.
And I stepped in the door. I sent him to rest. Good evening, people.
Father, I'm glad you've come.
I will be invisible now since the person who was probably at the door showed up.
Okay, so you snap back into visibility. Are you still sitting in that chair, or have you been kind of moving around?
Still sitting in the chair because I'm not rousing the blood.
Okay.
Really good to see you.
Good. Good evening, Father.
I take a look at the new mural, and I look pointedly at Victor. Are you commissioning art?
Oh, I get a commission? Yes!
No,
Victor,
that was
Bob,
that
really
that.
quick. Sorry. Just one thing. So Venture very much like to be in control. And with the teasing starting over this, as well as the fact that this thing that you just had fucking fixed just got fucking like messed up, you're probably really on edge right now. Just to give you a little flavor text.
All right. No, that was a voluntary piece from Miss Jessica, and I'm assuming that it will be the last in my house. Am I correct?
I don't know. Why didn't you send me Bob the Knob?
Excuse me?
Well, you didn't send me Bob the Knob. I got some guy named Don sitting in my basement. Where's Bob? Oh, well, I know where Bob is. He's on your front door still.
Oh. Oh, my. I assure you, Miss Jessica, it was a mistake. Bring, what did you call him? Don? Bring Don back over, and I will see to it that Bob goes home with you.
I mean, Don's kind of not wanting to come back to either. He's heard horror stories around Bob the Knob now. Apparently, you guys didn't even polish him.
Never even polished it! Oh my god!
Was that the doorknob to the room?
Yes.
I don't know. Yes! Yes.
I keep writing notes as Devil's talking.
I
Yeah,
know,
so
right,
you heard that
doorknob?
little voice. They don't polish any of us!
They don't polish any of you? Oh,
No!
you guys aren't very nice to your doorknobs.
It sounds like he has lazy staff, and he wonders why we had to do what we did to Jenkins. Or no, Jameson, sorry, Jameson.
Yes, we are talking about polishing actual doorknobs, Torin. Down.
Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to clarify the knobs.
Yeah, well, the really awkward thing is that I named it Bob because I couldn't think of a name, and we have an actual Bob here. So, yeah, it's a fair clarification.
So, I looked to Joseph. Did you send Robbie to come get me so we can talk about doorknob polishing?
No. I have pertinent information to share at this surprise meeting.
Like, he didn't actually switch out Bob the Knob.
I understand that is pertinent, Jessica, but that was not what I originally called the meeting for.
So what did you call the meeting for, Joseph?
Because I've spoken with another contact about our little friend Santos.
And?
And it sounds like there might be another group involved. Santos might be taking jobs from the Anarchs, but that's not the big deal here. Who's the third group? On top of that, it sounds like Santos is not really big on the Camarilla side or the Anarch side. Where does Santos' allegiance fall?
Are you purposely withholding a little bit of the information that I gave you?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just as a surface reading of it, it sounds like Santos's allegiance is to Santos, and he's just to Santos and the dollar.
The other tidbit I have, though, is that Veronica might be associated with maybe either said group or another group that is definitely working against, well, the Anarch causes at least. Of course, the Camarilla causes openly, though.
Veronica's the guest, right? That was out of character.
Yeah. She's the one in the horse house, I believe.
She is in the horse house.
Yeah, so Veronica is the the one that Joseph has made his bitch several times with his potence powers, and works, or not works, but lives in Lincoln Park Zoo. Torin was contracted to drive her to those meetings in the north side, and then Joseph got kind of angry one night and went along with Jessica, and Celine kidnapped her, interrogated and then kidnapped her, and now she's in the goddamn horse house.
Yeah, she's the guest. All
Guest is a generous word, but yeah.
right.
We don't keep her in chains anymore. And I fed her last time I saw her.
You guys even gave her a few changes of clothes.
Indeed, and I body shamed her.
Yes. Thanks for that. Not enough men doing that. Thanks. Really appreciate it.
At this point,
Now I'm gonna do worse.
what?
Now I'm gonna do worse.
I gotta tell you, this is Carlotta now. This doesn't seem like a very cohesive plan.
Which plan is that? I'm giving you information, not a plan.
No, I understand, but the body shaming and things,
You
because I had
first
brought
off,
in.
you weren't there for that, Mom.
No, you just got through telling us.
I was saying that out of character, Mom.
Then never mind. Never mind.
So who benefits to have both groups taking hit?
Well, I think you would have the best answer to that, wouldn't you, Father Torin?
Do you think the church is involved?
Okay, Torin, so your clan is one of the founding clans that founded the Sabbat. The Sabbat were recently pretty much wiped out, which is why your clan is trying to join the Camarilla now.
Do you know much about the spot in general?
No.
Okay, so Camarilla is, right, a lot of people think of them as kind of the good vampires, but that's not really the right description because you guys aren't good. But Camarilla is very much concerned with kind of having control over the kindred within like any given city, making sure that you stay hidden. We're not trying to disrupt mortals' lives or reveal ourselves at all. Sabbat, on the other hand, just pretty much live to like enjoy the beast, right? So they are they're not shy about hurting mortals, killing mortals. Like mortals are just cattle, essentially. So Sabbat is kind of risky to kindred in general because they can draw a lot of attention because they do a lot of fucked up shit. And so in these times where the second Inquisition is a whole problem, you really don't want vampires around who are bringing a whole lot of attention. Um, so Sabbat are pretty much destroyed at this point. Like, it isn't really much of an organization anymore. And so it's like pockets of anarchs and then the Camarilla cities that have stayed strong is about what you have now. So if he's suggesting anything here, it's the Sombra, I believe, in the previous, like before this kind of like second Inquisition stuff started up, were involved with the Sabbat for the most part. But as we've gone through all of this stuff, they're kind of trying to ingratiate themselves with the Camarilla now because, you know, they want protection, they want organization. And that's kind of that's like basically the point of you being with this group is like trying to build an alliance with the Camarilla, trying to build a presence there, and trying to kind of cast away the not stereotype, but I'm blanking on the word. It's kind of like stereotype though. That like of what you were before.
So it would be fair of me to tell Joseph that perhaps someone doesn't want my clan to actually integrate with the camp.
That could be something that they're doing.
But that doesn't necessarily have to be from my clan side. Could also be from the Camarilla side. Based on the meeting with the prince, there was a lot of dissension in there about a lot of different.
But whoever Santos is working for isn't the Camarilla.
And you know this for a fact?
According to my contact.
You trust the contact.
I do trust the contact.
Well, I will make some inquiries with my circle of contacts as well to see if I can't corroborate what you're saying, and I will share anything that I find.
By the way, Torn, you do get that I'm not accusing Clan La Sombra, but I'm accusing the Sabbat in general, right?
Yep.
Gotcha, okay.
I figured with my contacts inside the church, if there is anything about a third group, I'd be able to find something about it.
Definitely worth trying. I mean, we have one other thing to question in the horse house, so...
Ooh, questioning the horse house.
Oh yeah, that's maybe a quick side question if you guys don't mind. Have you like gotten to a point where you're starting to have more horses come stay? Because you were basically trying to turn this into like a luxury stable type deal. Are you at that point, or are you just keeping?
I'm sure other horses would be there.
Okay. At some point, we should sit down and kind of work out a little bit about the finances for that, but we won't do that right now.
Okay.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Should we go visit Veronica?
Actually, that sounds like a good idea. Because now all kinds of thoughts come into mind about, well, the prince, possibly James.
I sigh slightly, and I get out my horse head. And prepare to disguise myself as we go to see Veronica.
He seems so familiar. I don't know why.
Alright, so... I look over at Jessica. Jessica, shall we go see our friend?
Ooh, which one? I have lots of friends.
The one in the basement of the horse house.
Which one in the basement of the horse house?
Veronica.
Oh, well, that's the only one in there. So, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Well, I mean, you guys did release some like rodents or whatever last time.
Oh, that's true. Maybe
Yeah.
I befriended them.
I don't know if any of them really left, but
Well, I mean, they were there for her to eat.
I know that's why I said I don't know if any will be left.
I mean, that was 2 days ago.
Yep. To the
But
horse
yeah.
house.
To the horse house!
Lead on.
Instead of
Victor-
the red light district, this is the purple light district.
Victor will be right back.
Oh, okay. So you guys walk out and you walk to the house next door and head into the basement. And you don't see any rats, at first at least. And you see Veronica looking annoyed and bored and wearing very baggy clothing.
I activate Daunt.
I will remember that I promised to do her clothing and go and see if the clothing is done.
Oh, actually, real quick, did you guys let Jessica lead you over here, or did you guys come over?
Father Torrin would hope that Joseph is taking us the direct route.
I would lead Jessica down the direct route.
Okay. And then,
Sparklers!
yeah, you are concerned
Je- Go ahead.
because you aren't following the sparklers.
Jessica, if the others go through the sparklers, what if they catch fire? That's why we need to go this way. I don't think they could handle it.
Fine, but I'll follow them later.
And that's fine. But the others, they're not ready for that experience.
They've done it before, though. Well, no, it wasn't sparklers, it was clouds.
Exactly.
So the other question that I had is, well, I guess you probably would have like a washer and dryer there for like linens or whatever that you're using for taking care of the horse anyways.
Or
So I
bath
guess my
boats.
question, yeah, I guess that's true. So were you having it done like within the horse house, or did you bring it back to your house?
Yeah, within the horse house.
So yeah, you can go ahead and check, and it's there in a neat pile waiting for you.
Lovely. I will take the pile and then skip along back downstairs.
So, Veronica. I'm really tired of this game and you dicking around.
I don't understand. I thought we were on the same page last time you were.
Yeah, we are on the same page, and yeah, you're right. Santos is probably trying to kill you. Or watching you.
I don't understand why. I didn't do anything to them.
Who are you really working for?
Myself. That's why I'm an anarch.
You're not an anarch.
I'm pretty sure I am.
And I'm pretty sure that you're not. I'm pretty sure you work against any and all anarch goals. And I think whatever you've gotten yourself into is either going to lead to your death. Or worse, honestly, if you're working with who I think you could be working with.
Look, if this is because you don't like that I'm trying to take some leadership in the Anarchs, that's your problem. You don't get to just accuse me of stuff because you don't like it.
You see, and that's the difference between how I think and you think. I don't make accusations until I start getting hard proof.
I'd like to see this proof.
I'd like to accuse people without having any proof. That sounds like fun.
Well, then by all means, Jessica, go ahead.
Okay. You like drinking Mai Tais, yeah.
Not anymore.
No, you do. You do.
I look over at Carlotta. Carlotta, please talk some sense into this young woman.
Young.
Well, Veronica, actually, I would like you to listen because I have been trying to plead your case. I really want to believe you. It's just the evidence now is somewhat overwhelming. So, and then I'm going to activate entrancement.
Alright, I'll start with a rouse check.
There you go. Keep that beast under control, Mom.
Very nice. Yeah, you keep the beast at bay.
You know it.
Okay, so you just have to gain her attention. So go ahead and roll me a presence and charisma. And I will be rolling my composure and wits.
No, Mom. You need to roll presence and charisma, not another route.
I don't know why it keeps rolling rouse checks for.
Because you're clicking the wrong power button. There are two power buttons, and one of them does a rouse check. One of them does a actual check.
I've set up the roll for you. Coat Mom.
That was all.
But it's the
It's the same.
it's the
Okay,
same roll.
that's fine.
That's what I figured.
Well, I need to double check because I don't know every single one of these off the top of my head. Okay, let me just do a roll really quick. Not that I think it's going to particularly matter, but you never know. But yeah, okay. So as you gain her attention and you start to talk to her, the power starts to take effect, and as you're talking to her, all of a sudden, like her face softens a little bit. She starts leaning in a little bit closer. And like she just has this like smile starting to spread over her face. And she's like, yeah, you are really nice.
And I'm here to help you, Veronica. We need you to tell me what it is you're involved with and who you're involved with because I'm trying to protect you.
So you messy criticaled on this, which means that this is going to be like really powerful. So feel free to add like extra flavor text to it about like what makes this like a messy critical. Like how do you draw her in and gain her trust even more than this power normally lets?
Veronica, woman to woman, we need to stick together on this to figure things out and find out who's trying to kill you. We need to find out what the end game is. You need to let us know who else is involved in this because they don't have your best interest at heart. And we do.
But the eldest watches out for all of us.
Look at me. Now, trust me when I tell you, actually, we have your best interest at heart. It goes towards good grace if you share with me what you know, and then let me see what I can do to keep you safe.
So go ahead and roll me oh my goodness, persuasion with and so you could do either charisma or manipulation, and then you will be adding your presence to that.
So add a 4 to when the box pops up.
Mm.
God damn, Mom.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Tell me everything now.
This is gonna advance some shit.
I think she's my bitch now, Joseph.
I think so. Well, it's more like she's your super fan now.
Slave was more correct, Mom.
So, Veronica, let's see if we can get our heads together on this. Share with me exactly who you're working with, and let's see if we can figure out the best way to keep you safe.
Well, I have to tell you a secret first. I don't want you to be mad at me, though.
Certainly.
And as you guys are looking, you think that she probably just called on her blood to do something. And after you look for a little bit, you're kind of sitting in the quiet. Her face starts to change slowly. Like you see, like her cheekbones are kind of moving to become higher and sharper. Her lips become less full, but severely shaped. Her nose, it changes. It was kind of a cute button nose before, and now it turns into like very straight, narrow, strong nose, and just overall her face kind of changes noticeably. And she leans in close to you, Carlotta, and whispers, "I'm not Game Girl."
Carlotta
What
takes
is-
this and
Don't be surprised. I've been telling you that since day one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he kind of has.
Yes.
What she turned into? Would we recognize what she is?
If you guys want to roll occult and intelligence, I will tell you if you know what she is.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
I'm not.
Yeah, Jessica, you know that, you know, it's probably a discipline that she used, and it's not one that Gangrel get. Um, but Joseph and Torin, I think you guys probably got enough to understand. This is probably a Zamisi with the way that just worked.
A what?
A Zamisi. It is a clan of vampires that are able to oh god, Victor. Oh no. Okay, well, I gotta go back to Victor here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
But they are a clan of vampire that are able to like meld their bones and their flesh. And they were traditionally associated with the Sabbat. And you haven't right? Yeah, they're usually so. Yeah, okay. And you haven't seen a lot of them in recent days since the Sabbat has fallen. So this would be pretty surprising. Now, Victor, you are looking at this and like trying to figure out what it is that you're looking at, and you're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is going on tonight? Like, you're starting to get really upset that like all this weird shit is happening and you don't understand.
Oh boy.
Feel free to play that out a little bit more.
He's lost control because he can't keep control of anything, even in his own house.
You're a fiend.
What in God's name are you?
They're a fiend. They're a Zamisi.
Okay, would I know that?
You probably heard of the clan name.
Yeah, you probably don't know any details, especially after that roll, but you know that it's a vampire clan.
Alright. I'm gonna activate Daunt.
Okay, I think you just do that, so you can do that.
Why does Joseph associate the word fiend with it?
You probably would too.
Yeah, that's like a nickname, I guess you'd call it, for the clan. They were traditionally not the most friendly vampires, we'll say.
Among vampires, they are considered, like, other vampires consider them evil and cruel, and the word fiend, vampire specifically reserved for Clan Zamisi.
These are people who, like, bend mortals into living chairs. Like, literally, like, craft them into, or like ghouls or something, into like chairs, or craft ghouls into like these monsters that can fight for them, and like just fucked up shit.
In the Dark
Wow.
Ages, they would make castles of living flesh.
So would my instinct be to kill her?
I don't know if it would be that extreme, especially since at this point, all you know is that she is actually Zamisi. Like, you don't know that she is associated with the Sabbat, or if she isn't. You don't know, like, if she is up to evil, or if she's just trying to blend and make a life. So it's not, you're probably very distrustful of her, but you're not necessarily, like, chomping at the bit to kill her.
Really
Okay.
voice references.
I actually
Alright.
wasn't meaning to do that.
Victor walks over to her and slams her up against the wall, puts both hands on her throat and picks her up and starts and yells right in her face, "You will tell us everything you know right now, my dear."
So you're gonna have to roll to see if you're actually able to pick her up and put her up against the wall. So go ahead and roll me, I guess, Ethel. I'm gonna say brawl because you're kind of like almost fighting her. Brawl and strength.
At what point do I show up without clothing?
Oh, I'm gonna say right about at the time that her face changed is where you stepped in. I'm sorry, I
Okay.
totally forgot about bringing you in.
Oh shit! Jessica's gonna see that. Oh no!
Alright, Laura, I would like to attempt, and I will activate Fleetness to do this, to stop Bob.
I don't know celerity very well in this version.
Fleetness lets me add my celerity rating to user's dice pool for non-combat related tests.
Okay, gotcha. That's fine. You got aroused. You did. Very nice. You kept control. Also, Bob, oh wait, you're trying to interrupt him, right?
Yep, so, I guess it would be Dex and Brawl since this is a speed thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do I need to roll a rouse?
No, because you used a level 1 power, which doesn't require, a rouse check, and then you just tried to, like, basically slam her up against the wall and everything, so.
There we go, now that rolled correctly.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, so you interrupt the shit out of him. So, basically, Victor goes to grab her and, like, and slam her against the wall, but, like, basically as soon as you lay hands on her, all of a sudden, Joseph... Take it away, sir.
With incredible speed, I grab both your hands and I move them away. And I look to you and I say, "Those things craft flesh and bone, don't touch it."
Well, what would you suggest we do to the lying little bitch, sir?
I
She
have
smiles
arms.
a horrific smile that stretches too far for a normal smile.
I'm gonna activate my shadow arms of Amon and hold her that way. How's that?
I'm gonna skip up and offer her her change of clothing.
Oh my god.
Well, at least somebody here is civilized besides Carlotta.
Yep,
Also-
that's me. I try to be civil.
Also, Carlotta, feel free to keep asking questions and, helping.
Okay, and actually, I'd also be talking to Victor to try. And Victor, I actually have this in hand. Can you please give me a few minutes?
Doesn't appear to me that you had anything in hand.
Yeah.
Victor, you're not watching the big picture here.
I had stuff in my hand.
She takes
I
the
don't-
laundry from you. And again, smile, extending too far, lots of teeth. A little more than teeth.
Ooh, you must pay a lot for dental work. What's her secret?
Veronica, that is an interesting, and kind of cool secret to be able to do that. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
What's going on with what?
Veronica, what's going on with you? What is going on that you're involved in? Do you know how very dangerous this is?
Tell her
what you are now exposed to.
Tell her about the elder, Veronica. You said he'll protect you.
She ignores Joseph, but keeps her eyes locked on Carlotta, and she's like, well, the thing is, I've been lying to your friends. Yeah, so I kind of have these like monthly meetings I've been doing. Um, well, the thing is, like, I'm not an anarch either. Um, but I'm trying to rile up some of the other anarchs. Because I really don't like this Anita bitch. She's seriously a problem. But, you know, I also need to kind of destabilize everything in Chicago so we can step in.
Who is we?
But I'm plenty stable.
Veronica, the reason Joseph is here is because he's a very powerful help, or can be a very powerful help for you. Can you look at me and tell me that you understand that and you're going to share everything possible with him and with us?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're gonna like it.
Sometimes things that we don't like can help make us stronger, Veronica.
Well, the Sabbat is ready to come back. We just need a city to start from. Why not Chicago? Why not show the tower just how strong we are? The eldest lets us know what to do. I really just carry out the orders. But I got my own little, I don't know, piece of the pie. So I'm in to win. And that starts with taking out Anita.
Who's she getting the orders from? Carlotta.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I can't hear. Well, who is giving you the orders, Veronica?
Well, the eldest, obviously.
The what?
The eldest? Are you stupid?
I'm sorry, that's out of character. I didn't catch it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't actually calling you stupid. I thought that was in character. It's eldest, as in like the elder, the most elder.
Oh, eldest. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I know it's not like the easiest word to make come across clear.
Meanwhile, Jessica's just sitting there thinking, Eldust?
Yeah, you're wondering about that dust. Anybody who wants to see if they know anything about this can go ahead and roll another occult and intelligence.
Yes. This is my strength.
Yep, I know nothing about Eldust.
Oh no.
Apparently you know as much as I do.
Actually, the problem is I know way too much about Eldust, and no one's ever going to believe me.
Okay, so damn, Victor. This is not a knight suited to your talents. So Victor, you don't know what the hell she's talking about. Jessica, you feel like you've heard this before, but you don't really know anything about it. You're just really sure. Maybe there was like a commercial
Oh, no.
about Eldust.
I do know I've heard it before. A couple of times, different times. But there might have been a commercial too. Eldust.
Carlotta, you don't know anything. Torrent, damn, you guys. Okay, so Joseph, which is actually very fitting because I think some of your background would actually lend itself to this. So feel free to have a little fun with this. Joseph, you are pretty sure she is referring to the Tzimisce antediluvian.
You're taking orders from your antediluvian?
Of course.
That thing is going to eat you.
If it serves the greater purpose.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravno thought that while it was happening.
Well, not all of us are the Ravno. Some of us are a little bit more clever.
Some of us are far more like lemmings.
You can see it how you want.
I'm not kidding. You'll be dust on the ground. Your blood consumed.
But we are going to build an empire.
They have games for that.
You're going to build an empire. Really, because even after all that happened, she was killed. All that walking day and night, and she was still killed.
We're going to do that. And we're taking Chicago.
Oh, just let me diablerize her, Joseph.
Where are we taking Chicago?
We're not taking Chicago anywhere, Jessica.
No, good. I kind of like it where it is.
I agree. And we're not letting them take Chicago either.
You can try to stop it. But the reality is, I'm just one piece of the puzzle. And you guys are missing the big picture.
The reality is your sect got wiped out by a bunch of mortals.
For being wiped out, we still seem to be here.
Stragglers, hoping that they can have a home.
Oh, we're gonna make a home.
I looked to Joseph quietly. Do we need her anymore?
We do not need her. But I do not see the need to cause her harm either. Unless you are so inclined to.
I know I want to give her to my clan, sire.
You wish to turn her into the Lasombra. Offer her up as a pawn for you guys to get into the Camarilla.
But of course. I smile. Not the creepy smile that she has, but you know. Test.
Hello.
I hear.
Oh, hey, Cappy. Sorry, I thought I fell offline.
Nope, you weren't on when I came in.
Hey, Captain.
I just had a thought. We do still have one need for her.
Yes, I'm hungry. I feel like I should eat her.
You don't want to contaminate yourself, my friend.
Damn, what the fuck did I come into?
We found something worse than you.
Oh shit! I mean, I know I've fucked up, but it ain't that bad.
I hear that their blood sometimes can be poison. I wouldn't recommend it.
So what use of her do you think we still need?
We don't know how she talks to the eldest.
I look to Carlotta. Perhaps you could get that answer.
I think she stepped away.
Yeah.
I imagine that she's probably willing, though. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
How does she contact the elders?
Yeah.
So Carlotta will ask after you ask her to ask, and what's her name? Veronica turns her focus back to Carlotta as she asks the question. Well, by messengers, of course. We can't have anything recorded.
Funny, they don't want to be the Camarilla, but they follow their rules still.
So they don't use digital anything.
Oh no, especially the hardcore, really old Camarilla vampires now? Yeah, no. Because that's their whole little lie, is that, it was the technology and the vampires using it that brought the Second Inquisition on us. Not the fact that they used information to basically turn the Second Inquisition on the Sabbat, thus revealing us all. But that's the Camarilla for you.
So perhaps the monthly meeting is where she gets the messages?
Are you asking her that?
What's that?
Are you asking her, or asking Carlotta to ask her that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, have we welcomed Cappy yet?
No,
Lauren did.
Welcome! You didn't text me back, bitch.
I did twice. Yeah, you weren't getting my texts.
No, all I got was "Wagat" followed by asterisk what? And I asked if you were coming to game.
Yeah, I sent you a text before and after that. Apparently, my texts aren't getting through for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Haha! You must be Father Torin tonight.
Oh no, Cappy. Did the Lasombra get you?
I hope not.
So yes, I would inquire Carlotta if she can clarify when she gets these messages. Do they happen on a regular basis or at a specific location? And I allude to the monthly meetings that she goes to that other town.
So... Oh good, we can have Carlotta ask. So you guys talk to each other.
What's that?
Carlotta just got back.
Okay.
So, and Cappy, you can go ahead and roll your rouse.
Carlotta, could you ask her the manner in which she receives the messengers? Are they on a regular basis? Perhaps a monthly meeting? Is it the same messenger?
Yeah. Veronica, can you share with me how you're receiving the messages? Is it the same messenger or is it just at your monthly meetings?
Well, it kind of depends, you know. Mostly it's at the monthly meetings. But sometimes if something happens that we need to take care of sooner, you know, I'll get like a special messenger. Um, but typically it's just been the monthly meetings. Nothing's really at a stage yet where like we have a whole lot of emergencies happening.
Okay, I was curious because you're so incredibly bright. I'm just overwhelmed at how intricate
Oh my god.
this all. Stroke, stroke, stroke.
That's what she said. Sorry.
No, I just said stroke, stroke, stroke. I'm trying to stroke her ego so that I can glean what we can glean whatever we can here.
Torin, if you want to ask questions, you need to ask them in game.
Test, test.
Hi.
Okay, sorry, my thing was giving me problems. So yeah, is it the same messenger at the monthly meetings? Something that we might be able to track.
It's not always the same messenger, but sometimes they're repeated. Changes out every so often.
Okay, I think I'm done. Thank you.
I just had one more question. Veronica, your relationship with Sebastian?
Who's Sebastian, Mom?
My bad.
Under the sea.
We're trying to remember his name. Sorry, we're having a mind.
Who? Like, give me a description, I mean.
Do you mean Santos?
That's it.
They and them.
And
thought
yes,
sound-
they and them pronouns. The name is Santo.
So your relationship with Santos, I mean, you've been so clever. Is that more than you led us to believe as well?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that they're trying to kill me.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to kill you too.
Yeah, I'm trying not to have that happen. And you
But you-
guys so conveniently offered to give me some protection, so here we are.
Here we are indeed. So the question is, how do we use this all now? We have one of their lead members. We know this is a Sabbat invasion.
We still have to let her make her meeting, or it's going to arouse suspicions.
Oh, I know how to take care of that.
And
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, and we probably need to, in the interest of protecting her and us, figure out how to block the fact that she's spilled the beans.
Oh, as I said, I know how to take care of this. And Victor walks over to her, pulls his sleeve back, shoves his arm in her face, and says, "Drink." And uses intimidate.
Wait. You're offering your arm for her to drink.
Yep.
He wants to blood bond her.
But she's poisonous.
That would be if I drank her blood.
Her putting her saliva into your blood doesn't count. Okay.
Vampires don't really have saliva, Torin.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't really have bodily fluids besides blood anymore. Oh my god.
Which makes it extremely awkward for me having a higher humanity.
So now we will see if Victor continues to roll like crap.
Okay, so are you just doing like an oh Jesus, I just accidentally zoomed out. What power are you actually trying to use?
Intimidation.
So like a skill? The skill intimidation with your Dawn
Yeah.
to back.
But Carlotta could just convince her to do it, right?
She could, but Bob's trying to do it himself, which he could very well do.
Probably would do, because he's being a pissy little venture. So, I don't know what Daunt gives you, but you should know your powers, so do whatever Daunt gives you. Go ahead and roll your intimidation and manipulation. Did you factor your Daunt into that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say that's good. It wouldn't be particularly hard to intimidate her in this situation. She's like half in love with fucking Carlotta. You guys all have her surrounded. I think multiple people have Daunt right now. So like it's an overwhelming fucking situation. And so she'll kind of look at Carlotta for a second, but then she bites into your wrist and drinks the blood as you're demanding. And if you're trying to bond her, you're gonna need to do a rouse check.
All right.
Nice. You're actually gaining control of this night.
Finally.
And so now she's kind of obsessed with two of you. So you kind of push her away after a little bit, and she wipes blood away from her mouth, and she looks at you like you look at your best friend, and she's just like, man, I didn't realize how great you guys were before.
We only had your best interests at heart, my dear.
And he just spit out his soda.
Perhaps tomorrow night you can have a bit more.
It's definitely better than these fucking rats.
Yes, child. I'll see if we can come up with something better for you than rats.
Well, thank you. You're really kind. You guys are really starting to do a good job taking care of me.
I wasn't doing a good job taking care of you.
Victor just looks over at Jessica, just says, rats. Kind of shivers.
I mean, that was That was Joseph's the contribution. I kept offering her food. She didn't seem to want it. I was
Yes, and we all saw what kind of food you were trying to offer.
what kind of food was I trying to offer?
I don't remember. Out of character.
I don't remember offering food. I think
Oh,
I
well,
offered
then-
her a hot dog. But
Oh, well, see, that was the problem.
Well, certainly not my method, but it is effective.
This way would be, I think, more effective or more permanent than your way, Joseph. No offense, of course.
I give you a nod.
When is the next? These meetings, are they scheduled, or do you get a notice of a meeting?
I mean, we sat in on one of those monthly meetings.
They're regularly scheduled.
We just need to make sure Santos doesn't kill her before the next one.
In fact, I've really got to get in contact with my driver again. It's almost time for the next meeting.
Do you have his number?
Yeah, I do.
Give it to us and we'll make sure to call him for you.
She hands over Father Torin's number.
I know.
Okay.
Wait a minute, she doesn't recognize Torin?
I'm wearing
He
the
was
horse hat.
disguising himself.
he's pretending to be a Malkavian.
Remember, I
He has
had
a
the horse.
horse's head on him, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yep. Same mess the last time we came here, so I didn't give up my cover as the driver. I put the horse's head on since we're in a horse house.
Kind of reminded me of
Okay.
the camel skin.
Didn't we name you Ed?
So, I look at everyone here. Are we all in agreement we don't tell the dog about any of this?
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, his loose tongue kind of, yeah, well, you might want to consider.
Yeah, just not, yeah. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen either.
Yes, that would probably be best.
See, Cappy, this is what happens when you just give everybody's information away. Nobody wants to tell you anything.
I only made one goddamn mistake and shit.
Yeah, but it was huge.
And I would also argue the one mistake part of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure my character's at it, but what he's gonna do at the moment though. I woke up good, so I don't really need to feed.
So, as we go to leave, I'm going to step away from everyone and make a phone call.
Okay.
I call Anita.
Okay. She picks up. Yeah? What's up?
Anita, I'm onto a lot of big stuff. I don't want to talk about it all right now. But what I do need you to do is call off Santos.
Okay. You have the other one under control?
Yes.
Okay, but you need to make some time to come and speak to me as soon as possible.
I will, don't worry. It's just we should definitely not discuss any of this like this.
Oh, I agree. I just want you to understand that I am looking for an update as soon as possible.
Understood, you choose the bar.
Be great if I actually knew bars. I don't know. I will give you a name and I'll just tell you when we go to actually do the side scene, but pretend I said it right.
Alright. And after making that call, or actually, Anita, I will talk to you later though.
Good work. I'm glad I can count on you.
Of course. And I hang up.
Okay. Was anybody trying to do anything about his phone call, or does everybody just leave him go off in peace to make?
Well,
What, Torn?
I would like to. I don't interrupt the phone call. I wait courteously, but I do want to speak with Joseph briefly.
Did he make it in the same room we're in, or did he go off himself?
When we were leaving the room, I left. Basically, when we got outside, I walked off.
I guess I'd be curious as to who he called. I'm hoping that, he will share it. This has been a strange encounter.
Well, are you following him? Are you waiting till he comes back and asking? Like, you gotta do something to get answers.
Yeah, I'm going to actually
So, like,
when he comes
let's-
back and ask.
Can I use heightened senses to increase my hearing to eavesdrop?
You
Oh, no.
certainly can.
I'd like to use heightened senses on Victor. I want his hearing and taste.
What?
You mean shared senses?
Yeah, share the senses.
Okay, both of you do the appropriate things for what you're doing.
I mean, Bob's just requires a
Oh
roll,
yeah,
I
it's
think.
just free. Let's see. Sessions. Oh yeah, okay. So you just do yours, Bob, but then you can go ahead and roll perception and wits. Yes. And then
Perception and wits, and then add my Auspex rating to it.
Yes. And then Devil, you probably know your ability, but tell me anything that I need to know on my.
Nice rouse.
Man. Oh, I don't think you. Whatever, that's fine. Yeah, you didn't need a rouse check, Victor, because this is a level 1 power.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I didn't roll. I'm
Oh.
trying to find perception.
No, there was a rouse check for Victor.
Oh, wait, is perception not a thing? Shit. Insight is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what does the book say? Hold on.
Oh,
Derp. Yeah.
I
Okay.
just get hungry, but I get Victor's taste and sense unless he has the ability to sense the unseen.
Yeah, it's weird. It says the user adds their Auspex rating to all perception rolls, but there's no perception roll.
Yeah, you want insight and wits. What it really means, like you could have different kinds of perception rolls potentially. So it's basically saying like any type of roll that you're using to try to perceive something with your like senses, obviously, is affected by adding your Auspex rating to it. So it's not literally if it was calling out literally a skill called perception, it would be capitalized, and it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh. I don't see a way that you can roll against it, Ryan, because like basically he's just making himself hear really well. So you are able to overhear at least Joseph's side of the conversation now. And then Jessica, you are obviously sharing his senses, as you said.
Yeah, just specifically hearing and taste.
And then Cappy, we're gonna say that you are out and kind of roaming around, enjoying the night, and you run across everybody coming out of the horse house.
All right. Yeah, I kind of stop and look at him. Did she give more information? Any more help?
We just reassured her that we were keeping her safe.
Yeah. All right. So, what's next? Where do we go from here?
The next monthly meeting.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what that is, I guess.
We do.
Good.
And we're going to need to take your leash off when it happens, I think.
Wasn't aware I had a leash.
You should have been.
One goddamn mistake. Jesus Christ.
One really, really big goddamn mistake.
Okay, one really big goddamn mistake.
Did you
Don't
just...
want to happen again.
That you have actually yet to properly apologize for.
I'm sorry, Victor. I hadn't intended to drop your name. I was actually more concerned about trying to prove, and I forgot Kathy's character's name,
Carlotta.
proving Carlotta's innocence. Just, I don't know why, but my instinct said from the beginning something was off about that. Turned out I was right, which is cool. Just not sure my instinct started screaming so fast. So, but I got a good instincts, which I also like. But yes, I did not mean to drop your name. I was trying to explain it to my fellow gang Growl, and your name accidentally came out, and I was trying to make sure I properly explained it so they weren't confused.
I would like to mention I didn't ask about it.
Well, the collar coming off? He was getting to it.
No.
Anyway, what?
Never mind.
Anyway, in regards to the collar coming off thing, not that I have one, you have my interest. What exactly is that supposed to mean? In regards to let me off the leash? That sounds like some shit's about to go down.
Indeed. And I mean, your set of claws and fangs that you brag so much about.
Oh, yeah. I definitely have some nice ones. Careful about where I show them, because, yeah, showing the wrong place would be very, very bad.
We may need to use them.
Alrighty, I'll keep that in mind.
So, Victor, just to confirm, I will still be able to use the same vehicle as I used last.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Yes, for our purposes, you don't need to ask. Just tell me when, and I'll have it ready for you.
Indeed, I shall.
Just please do me more careful with it than you are with your telephone.
And other people's telephones.
Yes, that too.
I tried to look ashamed.
Does it work?
I mean, he's capable of showing or expressing emotion. Well, I guess, are you ashamed? Because if not, then I guess technically you should roll to see if you persuade them that you're ashamed.
That me?
Yeah. You said you're trying to look ashamed, so are you actually ashamed, or are you pretending to be ashamed?
I'm actually pretending with the phone because I had thought that that he was gonna refer to the couple of sloppy kills that I've had recently. So I'm trying to look ashamed in a relieved way.
Subterfuge and manipulation.
Oh yeah, I had forgotten about that.
And if anybody is trying to determine whether he is um, actually ashamed, you can roll insight and wits. And Bob, you technically still have the heightened senses, so I think you could. No, this is kind of a different perception.
All right.
So Joseph, you're not totally sure you're convinced that he's ashamed, or just, but you think it's probably the truth. But Victor, you know that he is not actually ashamed, and you messy critical, so feel free to play that off in whatever exaggerated way feels appropriate.
My dear Father Torin, it almost feels like you're trying to deceive me here. You would be happen to be having you, you wouldn't
That's
happen
the
to
messy
be
part of the critical, the words.
you wouldn't happen to have anything else you'd care to discuss with us, do you? Hmm?
I look innocent, and
No, you don't.
I had several thoughts. Which one would you like to discuss?
Um, just pick one and let's start there and see where the ball rolls.
Oh, I think that I am ashamed and contrite because a young woman was ghouled as a result of me, and I am not ashamed that a piece of technology was the what paid the price for it.
Oh no, Jessica paid the price for it.
That's right. I bought the new phone.
You might want to go used.
Okay, it would be the new used phone.
I believe the term is refurbished, my dear.
So I'm getting the refurbished phone now. Got it.
Just, do be more careful, Father Torin.
I shall endeavor to keep good care of your vehicle.
Well, I wasn't just referring to the vehicle, Father.
I catch your meaning and nod slightly.
So, you guys kind of figured out some big stuff. You guys all had a chance to kind of process and talk. Is there anything else that you guys want to do tonight? Feels like we're at a pretty good spot, unless there's something you want to wrap up.
Did I ever do that sightseeing with my promotion after the meeting with the prince? I remember mentioning, I can't remember if he did it.
You mean when I put you in your place?
No. After that, we had that meeting with the prince, and I got some juicy information. I figured my promotion would want to know. But I can't remember if he did that sightseeing or not yet. The one after.
No, we did not. But I think that would be good as like an actual side scene, not like a end of game activity.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I was just wondering if we had done it yet, and I couldn't remember.
Not yet. I'll
Okay.
put a note down though.
Yeah, there were some things that she might want to know.
Yeah, it'd be good to give her something, so she maybe trusts you.
Maybe, Jeff. Me. Gee, thanks.
She's a coyote.
Show her your throat.
Yeah. Well, with the promotion, I probably have to, but.
Does anybody else got anything?
Did we get a chance to ask Joseph, or has he come back? Maybe we should
He
save this.
came
for
back.
the next-
He's been talking. If you want to ask him, you have to ask him.
Joseph, could I ask you maybe who you were talking to? Is it somebody that you're working with, or someone that's helping? Or I'm sorry, but I am curious because a lot of this has thrown me. I'm sorry.
It's one of my contacts, the same one who knew that something wasn't right about Veronica.
I have to tell you, I did not know any of this.
I mean, I told you she wasn't a gangrel. Since day one.
He has.
Yeah, I think he added that note somewhere.
He
I
also
have
said
to apologize because I did not fully understand.
Well,
Yeah, I remember him mentioning that too. And he didn't think she was a gangrel.
to be fair, though, at the time when Joseph made that statement, he was being an asshole, and we were all just getting used to him. So he might have set up just for reaction.
First off, I'm from Clan, asshole. So,
I don't have anything further.
I think Carlotta doesn't either at this moment.
don't
I
think
need
I've
to
got
digest this.
Yeah, I have nothing to do tonight except for maybe learn to see things I can't see from Jessica. I don't know.
Yep, and going faster from Joseph, that might be good.
Why do we hear the TARDIS?
That's how
Because
fast.
that's my cell phone.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's how fast she wants to move.
Oh. Yep.
Alright. Well, I think we can go ahead and call it then.
Alright.
So, you guys disperse into the night to think about everything that you've learned and start putting together a plan to move forward. This is big. You gotta let some
I didn't
people
learn
know.
anything, so
Unfortunately, you did not know. I'm sorry that you joined us so late.
well, that and it was a conscious choice for nobody to tell me shit.
Well, I mean, can you blame them though?
No, unfortunately, I can't.
Oh, poor Cappy. We should just kill Rick and start fresh.
No, I actually, I got out later than normal tonight, which is why I was so late getting the game.
Oh, before I forget, Jessica, my dear, would you be so kind as to bring me Don, and I will see to it that I have Bob for you tomorrow evening.
Alright, but you gotta put Don so that he's facing inward. He doesn't like moonlight.
Oh. Well.
And you need to polish him at least once a week.
But what about the rest?
You should polish all of them once a week.
Yes, I'll see to that.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have anything else to take care of tonight?
Nope.
Nope.
Not that I know of.
All
I
right.
know of.
Not tonight.
I mean, I do have things I need to accomplish, but I don't think that that's what we can get done in one night. So
Probably not. No. Do you guys make plans to meet again soon? Or are we just gonna spend an hour getting the gang together every night?
I guess we make plans this time for. Well, no matter what, we have plans for the next meeting.
Correct.
and I'll always take time to do anything.
I mean, other than that, we just need to start preparing, I suppose. So we make plans to start preparing.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, that sounds
So
good.
we're planning to plan. Got it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Who needs a
That's how the
plan?
best plans are laid, with previous plans. And before that, you set up a framework, but before that, an architecture.
Exactly.
With the overarching goal, not to die.
So we're going Malkavian for the plans. Got it.
Oh God.
And with that, I think we're gonna call it. This has been the Story Speakers Guild, bringing you roleplay entertainment. Thanks if you joined us. We love you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Until next time.
Have a great week.
Good evening, all.